Teach, teach, teach a friend to read.
The book Teach a Friend to Read, which was written by Libby Coleman, who was a very experienced head teacher, combines phonics and graphics in the way that it conveys the message and makes it simple for someone who can read, even if they're not a qualified teacher, to be able to teach someone else to read.
I feel passionate about Teach a Friend to Read because I started off not reading myself, so I've learned through the book how to read and how to teach others.
I think somebody who is unable to read is disadvantaged in society very, very greatly, and to a greater extent than people would imagine. I think if you try and imagine not being able to read the sign on the front of a bus to know which bus to get on, not being able to read a timetable, not being able to read health and safety information signs, not to be able to read simple signage in a supermarket, puts you at a real disadvantage and is isolating in itself. Of course, at this time, there are further restrictions and people are feeling isolated. Someone unable to read is experiencing that much more.
One guy that I started teaching had learning disabilities. He was quite a challenge, but we got through it and it helped him. The other guy that I helped, he also had problems reading to write. Once we'd got through the book, the first thing he wanted to do was pick up the NA 12 Steps book, which really helped him.
Current methods for teaching in prison depend largely on people coming into the prisons to be able to teach the inmates and the residents. Of course, at the moment, particularly in the COVID pandemic, access to the prison isn't possible. So there are prisoners who are missing out on those learning opportunities.
Yeah, my brother Jordan Curtis, he's been teaching Teach a Friend or volunteering for quite a number of years now. He's taught maybe 30 people in prison. He's also taught a member of staff that couldn't read, and he's given the book out on the wing, as we speak now.
My first experience of the Teach a Friend to Read project was hearing about it from a member of my congregation who has a family member, a 13-year-old boy, who picked up a copy of Teach a Friend to Read, took it home and was able to teach his 19-year-old brother, who has cerebral palsy and couldn't read, to be able to read and write. Luke has now gone on to be able to teach other people to read, works in a primary school and is also a swimming coach. So it's a wonderful example about how this project has really turned somebody's life around.
Teach, teach, teach a friend to read. Teach your mum, your dad, your bro, or anyone you know. Teach, teach, teach a friend to read. Teach your mum, your dad, your bro, or anyone you know.